Yo, the Philadelphia Eagles just set the NFL on fire again. Howie Roseman just traded for Dontayvion Wicks, and if you think this is just some depth move for a wide receiver 3, you're not paying attention. This is the final nail in the coffin for the AJ Brown era in Philly. The rumors have been swirling all offseason, and today, they just became a reality. We're breaking down what this means for the Eagles offense, why Philly wanted Wicks specifically, and what's next for AJ Brown. Look at the depth chart, people. Wicks isn't the first move, he's the third major wide receiver addition this offseason, and the draft hasn't even happened yet. You don't bring in Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and Dontayvion Wicks just to let them sit on the bench. You do it because you're preparing for life without a $32 million a year superstar. If Howie Roseman trades AJ Brown after June 1st, the dead cap hit drops from a catastrophic $43 million down to just $16 million. That saves the Eagles a massive space to build around Jalen Hurts for the next 3 years. This is Asset Management 101. Howie is selling high on AJ before the massive extension kicks in, and he's using Wicks as the bridge, and it makes complete sense with the way the Eagles offense is moving. So why Wicks specifically? Because the Eagles are giving their offense a whole new philosophy. In Green Bay, Matt LaFleur and his staff have spoken glowingly about Wicks.
You can't say enough about the game Dontayvion Wicks had and his ability on a 4th and 2 to make a really tough catch in the end zone for a touchdown. And then obviously the last 4th down as well, coming up with that play.
LaFleur called him an unsung hero who makes critical plays when it matters most.
I just can't say enough great things about Wicks. We've all seen the type of season it's been for him in regards to battling through. He's been injured quite a bit. It's been in and out of the lineup, but he made critical plays all game.
Even Wicks has said that the coach's belief in him is what kept him locked in during his struggles. One of those coaches Wicks was referring to was Sean Mannion, who is now the Eagles OC, and he's bringing the Packers philosophy over to the Eagles. Green Bay's offense loves to spread the ball around. They don't have a wide receiver 1A and 1B. They have a committee of killers. Over the last 2 years, the Packers' targets have been incredibly even among their weapons. Contrast that with Philly, where it was a revolving door between AJ Brown having a dominant game 1 week, then Devonta Smith having the bulk the next week, and even Dallas Goedert being the main weapon on occasions. Moving forward, the Eagles' mold is changing. Devonta Smith becomes the true wide receiver 1, and Wicks, Hollywood, and Elijah Moore become a wide receiver 2-3 by committee. That is impossible for defenses to scheme against. If you watch the film, then you know Wicks is a glitch in the matrix. His size and speed are almost identical to AJ Brown's. He's been dominant in man coverage, and in 2024, he actually led the Packers in targets. But he's not perfect. He's had a high drop rate, nearly 17% in 2024 and a little under 10% this past year, and his production was limited because the Packers room was so loaded, he was dealing with injuries, and with how Green Bay just spreads the ball around. But his route running, it's elite. He's the type of player who can unshoe a defender, and I mean that literally. He won a game in 2025 after losing a shoe mid-route. And you don't trade for this kind of receiver and give him an extension just so he can sit on the bench. Philly sees that play strength and sees a younger, cheaper version of the guy they're about to trade away. So what's next for AJ? Barring the Eagles seeing this as some can't-miss opportunity to trade for a wide receiver 3, he's as good as gone. And there are even some Eagles fans who have been adamant about their team not trading AJ Brown are seeing this for what it is. The AJ Brown era is over. The Patriots have been the favorites all offseason. They are desperate for a dominant wide receiver 1, and they have the cap space to swallow that contract. The prediction? Expect a post-June 1st trade. I'm betting Philly sends AJ Brown to New England for a 2027 first and a 3rd. The Pats are betting that with AJ, those picks will end up becoming essentially a 2nd and a 4th round anyway, with how late they would be. It's a win-win. New England gets their star, and Philly gets a haul of picks as they move into their new versatile offensive era. Yo, did Howie Roseman just pull off the heist of the century, or is he crazy? Is Dontayvion Wicks really that guy? Let me know in the comments down below if you still think the Eagles are a Super Bowl contender, even without AJ Brown, and make sure you subscribe for more 2026 NFL trade breakdowns.